All right, what's good, everyone? What's going on? So I ended it last night at 24 days, and I just want to tell you guys like the whole experience or whatever in regards to the fast I went on. Like, first of all, like I don't like anyone who's trying to do this. Like, I don't. First of all, like this shit takes years to get to the level where I'm at. And the funny thing is, like this fast that I went on, it really made me realize certain things that I didn't know. Like I didn't know I can go 10 days without food or water. Before I went on my fast, I wasn't really fasting like I was before because I don't even want to call it fasting. I hate that fucking word because it's something else. For me, it's not fasting when we're something else. But before I started this on August 3rd, which was the day I started, I didn't think I can go 10 days without with just water and without water and food. I assumed it was gonna be like 3 days, 2 days max. Even in regards to my fast, I didn't think I could do 24. But I was doing the qigong, the yoga, especially the yoga. I want to say it's the yoga because as the blockage in my neck gets less, I notice it's easier for me to do these fasts. And I do yoga every day, sometimes twice a day in my neck specifically. So I realized like when I did this fast on started August 3rd and I went for 10 days, it surprised myself and I realized a lot of things that I didn't think was actually like possible for me to do. So this is why I tell you guys like always it doesn't not even do with what I'm doing like fasting, but anything in life you want to just try and start doing. Don't assume you can't do something because you're gonna feel like you wasted a lot of time. Like me, I felt like I wasted years of my life. At least not doing this because I feel like I could have been so far ahead. But like I said, I'm not really tripping because I'm here now and I know what I know now. And then I'm gonna keep going from here. Like I ended my fast yesterday, and this shit was crazy because as soon as I ended my fast, it's like my awareness just sunk. Like everything got darker, and then certain thoughts I started having and it wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. Like I feel better, and I felt better breaking it than before I started the fast. So I don't want to say like, oh, I was depressed or whatever. Like how I feel now is I feel way better than I did before the fast. But compared to when I was on the fast, shit was crazy, and like I felt like as soon as I ended it, it's like my vibration just sunk a little bit. It wasn't really bad, but it just sunk compared to when I was in that fasted state. And it made me realize that like I should have just kept on going longer because the longer you go the more you're going to train the body. So I should have kept on going longer, but I'm not really tripping because I'm glad I had this break because it made me realize so the next fast I do, I'm not even going to be counting days no more because when I was in that state everything just seemed more like even when I'm out in public and shit and I see things like I don't want to go too much, like I said, I'm not speaking too much of what I'm doing in my personal life. I'm done with that shit because this we already know the whole deal. And most of my subscribers, I probably say like 80 to 90% of my subscribers are just a bunch of trolls and lame ass niggas who ain't on the shit. So I don't even really look at this page. I don't look at the internet as we're family, we're friends, or whatever. Like few people, we connect. If I seen your face and you're a real person, that's cool. But most of the people, I assume and I know most of the people who watch my page aren't onto shit. Most of the people who watch my page, you listen to this, it's gonna go out one ear and out the other. They're gonna go back to their miserable, boring ass lives, living a shitty ass existence, complaining about shit that they can solve and resolve for themselves. So I don't really want to even get into that, but I'm realizing that once you really take your life serious, you're gonna understand how like easy, how hard you're making it yourself. I kind of forgot where I was at, but yeah, like I don't know, man. Like this shit is just crazy. Like I feel like I wasted a lot of time because I could have been a lot further. And the only reason I didn't start this and like I'm doing it now is because I didn't. I don't want to say I didn't think I could do it because I did a 43-day fast like back in 2021. but I just fell off the boat. I fell off the fucking, just fell off track, and then I got kind of lazy doing things. I will fast here and there, but I wasn't really doing it like I'm doing it now. But this long fast made me realize that this is the state of being I need to be in. Like, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not speaking for anyone because I can give a fuck about anyone. So I don't speak for everyone. Everything I'm saying is for myself. And if you resonate, you resonate. There's people I speak to that do this and they resonate what I'm talking about, and I don't have to convince them. It's pretty much, I already know what they're talking about. They know what I'm talking about. So if it doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate with you. That's fine. But this state of being is that I was in is something that I'm like, I need to be in permanently, because this is like the actual living. Like, a lot of you niggas aren't living life at all. A lot of people, and it's kind of fucked up because a lot of people think they're living. A lot of people think they're happy. A lot of people think they know themselves and they're like really in a certain state of mind. And it's not just about just getting rid of food. It's more than that, because I've seen people who fast longer than me and they're still regular fucking people. Like, you'll see people in these breatharian communities, they fast for like 40 days, 50 days. They're just regular people. They're not really on this shit. So it's more of the, it's a spirit thing. Like, it's your spirit, the energy you got in your spirit that you made and you cultivated from this life, past lives. And then the fasting is just to complement it. So this is what I'm doing. And I realized once I ended this fast how I felt bad. I kind of felt depressed. I ended it. And it's not like I needed to. I could have went like another 10 days. But I was like, let me just end it right now, because I did 24. If 24 is good enough. But then when I ended it, it made me realize it's not about me getting 24, 40, or 50. It's about me living the lifestyle. This is why a lot of people don't have no success in their life when it comes to anything, because nobody wants to live the lifestyle to be successful. Like, anything good in life takes a lifestyle. You can't just do it whenever you feel like it. It takes a lifestyle. And then I realized that when I ended it, and like everything became darker. Everything, I don't want to say darker. I don't want to use that word because that's very intense. I still feel like I feel good and everything, better than I did before. But compared to when I was on the fast, it's like, it's different. Like, everything just seemed a little bit more dimmer. And I remember, like, I started having a lot of these angry thoughts, and I could see myself kind of going back, and I was like, okay, now I know. And I was glad I had that experience because it made me realize what I need to get rid of. So now I know that I don't need food. I don't need it like that. And even when I ended it with watermelon. And then I didn't even need to eat anything. I ate something this morning. I had some soup. I got some watermelon right here that I ate, and I ended it with some soup, and then I was straight. I haven't had anything other than soup and the watermelon. So it's a Nigerian soup. I just had that, and I had the watermelon. And I'm good. I don't need anything more. Like, I wasn't gorging. And even when I ate the watermelon, I could taste the chemicals in the shit. The shit didn't, like, the first few bites when I ended it was good, but after I ended the fast and I ate the watermelon, like after I was like in the midway through the watermelon, I could taste like the chemicals and the pesticides. I kind of had a bitter taste. Even when I had like this organic lemonade shit, I could taste it, kind of taste it bitter, and like I could taste all the shit in it. But after a while, like right now, if I drink some, I don't really taste it. But like, I'm realizing all of this shit is all poisonous. All this shit is poisonous. It doesn't matter if it's fruit, whatever. And this is speaking for me. Like, I don't need any of this shit. Like, I remember a few years ago, like, something told me you don't need anything, and I didn't take it serious. But I'm starting to realize, like, I don't need a lot of shit. Like, I don't need to eat any of this shit. And I'm like, I said that before, you guys heard me say it, but this fucking fast made me realize I don't need any of this shit. Like, I regret wasting my money like on certain things. Like, it just made me realize a lot of shit. Like, a lot of time and a lot of things I've been wasting. I should have been well far ahead of this, and I'm hella happy that I did this, because I'm gonna keep on going with this. And I'm not looking at like, oh, I'm doing this, and I can never go back to where I was 3 months ago, a month ago. I can never. And it's like, didn't have just to do with the food and eating, and this has to do with like the people you attract in your life, the reception you get from the reality. This it's deeper than that. Like, even like a lot of people I was attracting, it was because I was in that dense frequency because I was eating. So I know once I eliminate the food, certain interactions I have with people and certain shit, that shit changed. And like even the things I thought I liked, certain things I would like to do. You guys know, say I was going live stream playing video games and shit. I couldn't once I got to like the 10th day, I couldn't even play a video game because that shit was just so lame. I couldn't even be on YouTube watching this shit. Like it just everything just seems so lame. I want to be out and do a lot of shit. Like even right now, like I'm still like I can't be in a house like that. Like that's why I kind of feel like that I ended my fast. I feel like what the fuck am I living for? Because like everything felt like more like an adventure or something. Like it was everything was brand new. You know when you're young and you want to go out, and that's how it felt every day, all night, all day. Like, but now when I ended it, I kind of now I could like you have a lot of these people that be like, oh, when I was a kid, I used to be happy, and now I'm grown, and I like shut the fuck up, nigga. The reason you're sad and you're depressed as you being grown as an adult has nothing to do with you being grown. It's because your frequency is low because of the lifestyle that you're living. You're not living a healthy lifestyle. You're not doing certain things to raise the energy so you can feel alive all the time. You, as a human, you're supposed to be feeling alive all the time. You have people say, well, we're humans, we're supposed to be depressed, we're supposed to be, yeah, but even when you're depressed, you can still be happy. Even when you're angry, you can still be like when you're intoxicated under a substance and you're angry. You could be angry and drunk or angry on some drugs, but you still feel good because the drugs is going through you. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt. I was like on a natural like high where I like even though something irritated me, I always knew like I'm straight. So it was always like I realized, and when I ended my fast, it was like all of that just left, and I could see I could see if I keep going, if I keep eating, like in about a month, I'm gonna fucking go back to that state where I'm gonna be just fucking um just just I don't want to say miserable, but just fucking angry or just feeling like a certain way. Like and then it what comes with that is not just anger and just thoughts. It comes as you liking certain things that you like, certain sexual things you like. I didn't like certain sexual desires, certain things I like to do for fun. A lot of that shit left when I was on my fast. Like I don't have that. It's weird. Like especially people who like you guys into porn and all that. A lot of that shit will be cured because it's a frequency thing. Your mind is fucked up and it's clouded with a lot of negative energy. So you're watching the porn. You like playing these stupid video games. You like doing dumb shit, watching dumb shit on YouTube. Like I couldn't even watch a lot of things. I was like, what the fuck am I subscribed to all this? Even when I look back in time, like I would used to watch a lot of shit. Oh, this person's spiritual. There's no such thing as a person who's spiritual. The way I look at it, there's people who are actually because would you guys gotta understand is there's people who are able to help you and give you information that can better yourself on your life journey. If you want to call that spiritual, you can call it that. But when you say, "Oh, I need a spiritual person. I need a spiritual this," or "This person is not spiritual enough," then you push out people who are actually beneficial to you, and then you start bringing in people who have no substance. Like there's people who are watching my page, and I thought they were cool because they were talking spiritual, but they don't bring shit to my life. I'm not saying they're bad people, but they don't bring shit to my fucking life. All you could talk about is some deep esoteric astrology. I don't give a fuck about that. I know about that. I can learn about it myself. I don't need another grown ass man telling me that unless we're gonna go build some shit and do some shit physically. Other than that, like you don't need to tell me shit about how much esoteric deep shit you know. I don't give a fuck. That's not doing this damn thing for me. And when you even see these people, they're just still regular people. They're not doing shit. So I don't like that. That's what I'm saying. You guys gotta understand. None of that spiritual shit is all bullshit. I don't mean spirituality is all fake and no, there is esoteric truth, but what the fuck is the point of learning about spirituality and esoteric and astrology to use in your life so you can go and live life, not to sit here and just talk about it just so you can be all like. That's what I'm saying, and that's why like I noticed I will attract a lot of people like that. Like they'll watch my channel and I'll be making videos at one time and I'll feel like I gotta be speaking this way. I don't gotta speak any fucking way. Like if you don't like my fucking page, get the fuck off. First of all, if you're upset, if I'm not talking about this or that, then that shows you that what are you doing in your life? You're not busy enough. for you to not even give a fuck what I'm like. You see what I'm saying? Like, you should be busy in your life where it doesn't matter what somebody else is doing. So that's a red flag right there, where you're not busy enough so you have time to like critique what I'm not saying or not saying. Like I'm supposed to coddle you like a fucking baby. Like, that's all everyone really wants, to just get they don't want to do the work to get their own emotions right, so they need somebody else to get their emotions right for them. Because everyone has the ability to get their own shit right, but then everyone's in their ego. Oh, you didn't say this, you didn't do this, you didn't smile, you didn't do, like, it's like, fuck all that shit. But like, I'm not gonna sit there, like, cause one thing and another thing is, like, I don't tell anyone. I'm done telling anyone what to do. I'm done teaching. I'm done doing any of that, simply because I don't give a fuck anymore. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just don't bring that shit around me. If you got in that, if you're in that energy where you like making dumb decisions, don't bring it around me, or like, I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out and let you know. If you're somebody who says I'm suicidal, I hate life, there's no point of living, I'm gonna tell you, you're right. There is no point of living. Kill yourself and get the fuck away from me. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't need to. If you're a grown ass man and you sit here and you still think that there's no purpose to life, and you need another grown ass man to tell you and convince you that there's a purpose to life, you're a fucking idiot. You need to just go and do whatever you got to do. Because that's another thing. It's just, you gotta look like, we're too late in the game. We're too late in the game for people to be like this fucking retarded. And I just realized, like, I'm done with this degenerate retarded shit. Like, it low-key kind of gets me upset. Like, I was thinking about just removing this fucking page and just going ghost for a minute, but I was like, no, there's no point in that. I could still do what I'm doing now, and the page can be up. Because I realized, like, nobody really wants help. Everyone just wants to be entertained. Everybody just wants to be like, ain't nobody really doing shit. And shout out to Mysterio. Shout out to Mysterio. I can tell Mysterio, he's trying to be, he's bettering his shit, not even trying. That nigga, like, I can tell. And the thing is, he's hella young too. You got people in my fucking age group, they're just still retarded. Like, that's why I say, when you're young, you really want to get your shit right. Because when you get older, you get more like, you get more locked into your bullshit, because it's in your subconscious. Imagine somebody who's in their mid-30s or mid-40s. They've been doing the same shit for 30, 40 years. It's going to be engraved in their brain, and it's going to be hard to break that program, compared to somebody who's young. And it's still going to be hard, but you can break it because you don't have decades of programming in you. That's why, like, like they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's not that you can't. It's just, it gets harder because the dog is programmed with his patterns. That's how you see a lot of people nowadays. It gets harder. So it's good that he got it right when he was young. But like I said, I'm really done with fucking this bullshit though. Got my matcha tea. It's kind of cold. I heated it up earlier. But I'm about to start another fast that probably, like, not probably, I'm going to start one on the 30th, August 30th. And then this one, I'm just going to go all out. I don't know how long this is going to be. Obviously, I'm going to go longer than what I did before. But I'm starting August 30th, and I'm going to just keep going, because I feel the best. And I still feel good. Like, this fast cleanses a lot of shit from me. I was shitting out parasites, even certain ways I was thinking. I don't think, it's like, the fast just, it doesn't just cleanse the body, it cleanses the mind. So certain ways I was thinking, the anxiety, certain desires that I had, that shit is gone. I don't like, I used to think about certain dumb shit. Like, you see a lot of people that be complaining about, oh, this NPC, this bot, the world's changing, people are like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, go handle your business, and that shit disappears. It doesn't affect you. Like, a lot of the reasons you guys are thinking negative is because you're not minding your own business. When you mind your own business, then the external world, it doesn't affect you like it does for the normal person. External world will always try to push tests and problems in front of you, but when it actually is, when a problem actually becomes a problem, that means you're the problem. There's always going to be problems, but you can't let a problem become a problem. A problem can not be a problem, even though it's still a problem. So you can actually be going through an issue and it not really be an issue. But you have to develop your mental strength to get to that state. Because we're always going to have problems. Like you have all these dumbass spiritual people. Oh, we always have problems. You're always going to be depressed. We're human beings. You can be depressed and not depressed. You can be sad but not sad. Like, yeah, I experienced it, but on a deeper level, I don't give a fuck because I know who I am, where I'm at, and my frequency. So this is why I tell you this is one of the benefits of going on these long extended fasts. It's like you start developing a certain frequency mentally where you don't give a fuck anymore. You're able to fully mind your business. Minding your business means handling your business. A lot of people don't mind their business. They can't mind their business. So they complain about dumb shit. That's where I'm speaking to myself. Like I'm speaking to myself. Remember all the videos I did? So when I say all this, see even me burping right now. I didn't burp at all when I was doing my fast. I start burping now. Like I had mucus coming. I'm like, I can't fucking eat. I have to get rid of food. Like I'm done. And it's not like you guys probably look at me like, oh, but you need to eat. Like that's that whole self-projection. No, nigga, you need to eat. And not everybody is meant to be what I am. Like well, I don't even want to call it breatharian, but not everyone is meant to be breatharian or not eat. That's stupid for me to say everybody's meant to do that. That's dumb. I'm speaking from my experience. Some of you guys need to eat. Some of you guys, you need to consume because where I got to, I've been doing yoga, stretching, and energy work since 2021. I've been doing this shit daily, especially yoga in my neck when I had a huge blockage in my neck. I've been doing this for 4 years. So that's what I'm telling you guys. And I've been telling you guys since 2022, 2023, yoga, Qigong, fasting. Remember my word? Yoga, Qigong, fasting. I said that. None of you niggas took that shit serious. If you guys are taking it serious every day, doing it consistently, then shit like what I'm talking about will be a reality for you. You don't just become like where I'm at just by luck or somebody you just know. It takes you got to train the body just like you got to train the body to build muscle. You're training the body to not need food. You got to go on a lot of fasting, develop energy so you can bring the energy in so the body can have something to sustain itself off of. Just like you need food to sustain yourself, you got to train the body to sustain itself off energy, off the energy you have within. You do that by the yoga, the meditation, the fasting, all of that shit combined consistently over years to train the body. So that's what I'm saying. And what happened with me is I was doing the exercises, but I wasn't fasting. So when I did this fast on August 3rd, I was able to go 10 days without drinking and eating. I didn't know that because I wasn't fasting consistently. And even when I did, I was just drinking water with it. I wasn't really testing the limits and the boundaries of what I could do because I was in that small mind. Oh, even though I knew I didn't need food, I went subconsciously, I told myself I needed it because otherwise I would have been done this shit. You see what I'm saying? So you have to break your own programs and you got to go through the boundaries and the walls that you set up for yourself. But this just made me realize, I feel like I lifted a huge burden though because there's no way in hell I can go back to where I was. So even though I did kind of waste some time, I know there's no way I can go back. So like in the next 6 months, a year, I'm just gonna get even more. I'm gonna grow even more. I'm gonna be even more ahead because I know in a month from now, I'm gonna have double the progress I have now than a month because I can't go back. I have no desire. Before it was always in my mind. And that's another reason I'm so glad I moved out here. Like I remember I told you guys I hate Atlanta because I stay in the Atlanta region. I fucking hate Georgia. I hate the South. I hate Atlanta. I want to go back to California, but I realize I don't need to go back because there's a lot of distractions there. People over there, there's some bitches, and I can go get to the weed club. There were just a lot more distractions out here. Like out there, when I was out there, I always wanted to go out and do shit. Out here, if I go out, I'd rather go out into the nature, the sun. And even the nature out here is kind of lame because I like to go to the redwoods and the mountains, up by Reno and shit. And there's so many places, but out here, it's kind of lame out here. So there's nothing really for me to do. but work on myself. So I'm glad I actually stay out here, because all the complaints I had why I hate the South is actually, if I had those things here, I'll probably be off my path more. They're just distractions. It's nothing that I need. I don't need all those negative things. So in a way, I'm glad I came out here, and I don't feel like that was my thing before. I used to feel like I'm missing out. I need to go out and have fun. I need to go kick it. I need to go do this. Out here, I don't really feel like I'm missing out, other than I'm missing out on my spiritual progress. I could be home on a Friday or Saturday. Well, I don't even really go out on Friday and Saturdays, but like, let's just say, like, before, when I used to like to go out and shit, I used to feel like I missed out if I don't go out. I don't have to go out with people, but I would want to go out to different places, because there's so I was by the Bay Area. I could go to fucking here. I could go to the fucking national park. Go do so many places I could go, but out here it's like there ain't shit to go. So it's like I don't really feel like I'm missing out going anywhere other than my doing my spiritual work. So it's like it's more easier, and there's not as many distractions out here compared to out there. So I'm actually glad I live out here. I moved out here, because I'm looking at it like, why the fuck do I hate this place so much? And it's like, it's not that I hate this. This is where I need to be right now. It's not to say I can never go back, but like like even right now, if I went back right now, I couldn't go back to my life before. Because at one time I'd be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. But once you're on your journey, like a lot of you guys don't want to give up certain stuff. Like, how do you give up food? How do you give up drugs? How do you give up having fun? And I like to eat. And that's how I used to be. But once you start going on your path and you start having a different awareness, you start seeing other things, and things start happening to you to make you be like, well, I like this life better than that. Like, once you raise up to a certain frequency mentally through this fast, like what I was doing, yeah, there's things over there I can do, but I like these new opportunities. Because when you start going on these, once you start going on your journey, your whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't want to use too many words on this shit, but once you start going in the direction you're supposed to go, then new things start showing up in your life. And those new things look and feel so better. And just being aware of it is so much better. All the other things like food and getting high and going out and doing dumb shit like you thought you did, you're like, that it don't look as fun anymore, because the new opportunity it's just like somebody being like, it's like, you like money, right? Everybody likes to have money, but would you sell your new car for $5 just so you can say you have $5? No. Even though you like money, you don't want it because it's not worth it. Like that, yeah, I want $5, but I'm not selling you my car for $5. I rather go, because you see that's how it is. Like, once you get on a journey, you're like, the old part of you is still there, but once you start seeing new opportunities come in and the new awareness and new feelings and states of being, that shit looks way better than the old. And you by default don't like the old shit no more, because there's so much better shit. Like, you guys are trying to force yourself to not like to look at porn. You need to create an awareness where things are happening to you where it's so much better than that. So it starts to make the old shit look lame, because you got new shit happening to you. That's what you need. So it's not about, oh, I'm going to just cold turkey stop doing this. Create new experience and awareness so that shit looks lame. And then by default, you don't even want to do it because you got something better coming. You see what I'm saying? That's how you have to do it. Just like you eat McDonald's every day. You eat like Hamburger Helper. You eat some frozen dinner, and that's all you know. But then somebody takes you to like a high end restaurant, 3, 4 star, and you get a real hamburger. Then you're like, I don't want that shit no more. Give me the real one. But before you seen it, you wanted the cheap shit. And people say, oh, you don't, that's cheap food. Oh, it doesn't matter. But once you seen and have the experience, then you don't even want to go back. You start looking at it differently because you know something's better and greater out there. A lot of you guys don't know there's something greater and better out there. So you just want to go to your comfort zone. And you think you're living it up and you're having a full experience of life. You guys don't know what the fuck life is really. A lot of people don't. And it's kind of fucked up. A lot of people are gonna end up dying and getting old, not really fully living life. Even when you guys go out, and say, "Oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta go home," and there's no point in living. And it's like it's not even about you not working or you doing that. It's like your awareness. Where's your awareness? Like once you have the awareness, then all that other shit's gonna falter and go to the side. You don't need any of that shit no more. You're not gonna want to do that shit. People who complain about their 9 to 5, that's why I say most people they're not really. Most people really aren't struggling. Like American people, they're not really struggling because when somebody's struggling, then that's when you start tapping into like that trauma, PTSD, and when shit gets real. And then when that gets real, you start to change your life, whether life changes you or you change because of the trauma, the PTSD, and the hardcore experience. Most people are just in a comfort zone, and they don't like the comfort zone because it doesn't bring them as much comfort as they would like. So they're bitching and complaining. So this is like 95% of American people are people who complain about society. Like, bitch, if fucking shit was like shit hit the fan and it was like in Africa and Sudan and you didn't have anything, motherfuckers aren't gonna be complaining like they're complaining. They're gonna be more of a traumatized PTSD energy. That's why I say most people they're not really struggling like that. But once people realize how much time they're wasting and how much they're not themselves, then they're gonna realize like then that's when it's gonna hit them. Like right now, you need to understand like if you knew who you were supposed to be and you spent all these years working at a 9 to 5, a lot of you guys will cry. A lot of you guys will feel so sad. Like, damn, I could have been this, I could have been doing this, but I wasted all my years just living normally. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to be like that. That's how most people are. But it doesn't hit them because they don't know what they can be. They don't think they can be somebody great. They don't think so. Because society has programmed them like, oh, you're just a worker. They don't even tell you that. You bring that on yourself. Nobody told you got to do shit. I never fucking shout out to Mysterio. I never did whatever the fuck I did. Like if I felt something wasn't right, I stopped doing it. Like people say, "Oh, I gotta work this, I gotta do this." You don't gotta do a damn thing. Who the fuck told you that? First of all, no one gives a fuck about you at the end of the day in terms of if you waste your life. They're gonna make you. The people will make you feel bad, but if you're gonna waste your own life, nigga, that's on you. Once you're 40, 50, and you realize time is like short, and it's not even about being 40, 50, because right now, the time we're in right now, we're in a shift right now. So like I said in my last live stream, you could be in your early 20s, like you're gonna be 30 not that long from now. Like we're in a shift. Like you guys don't fucking understand it. Time and space, and not even say space, but just time in general, and what how you're gonna perceive it, that's just out the door. Like in about a few years, a lot of you niggas is gonna be like 10 years from now. And you guys don't believe me. You just niggas just think I'm just talking out my ass, but it's gonna be 10 years real fucking soon. You don't have to believe me. Just wait. So nobody really can waste time. Even like the kids, like back in the day when I was young, and even the generation before me, they could have wasted their day, wasted time in a little bit. And it could have been, but nowadays, kids nowadays, they can't waste their fucking time. He's like, hell no, hell no. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Be grateful for what you have. You could be somewhere right now. And it's not about being grateful for what you have. Like when I say what you have mentally, you have the right to change yourself. That's really all that matters. Fuck everything else. I give a fuck. People go, oh, be grateful you have this house, you have this. Yeah, that's good and all, but at the same time, when you have a house, you have all these things. What are you doing with it? Are you just being lazy and not doing shit? At that point, you don't really have nothing to be grateful for. Because in some cases, you not having the finer things in life could be a motivating factor to get your ass up to do something. Sometimes you get too lazy having something nice. So, yeah, like I'm just realizing, like even when I look at my old videos, like like a lot of the videos I said a lot of shit. That was just me speaking from a perspective where from a different perspective. That wasn't, a lot of those things wasn't me. Don't get me wrong, I agree. I still approve and agree with some of the shit I say, like the certain sentiments I have and certain like topics I spoke on and my opinion of them. That's different, but there be times I just be coming and just saying shit, and that wasn't me. That was just a version. Like I just I didn't want to do what I needed to do, what I knew I needed to do. So I was angry that I couldn't get to where I wanted to without having to do things I didn't want to do or I thought I didn't want to do. So therefore, I'll get upset and then be angry. And then when you do that, you attract certain energies your way. Because most people, they're very miserable when they're angry too. So when they see that, it brings them comfort. This is how like you see a lot of fucking people on YouTube and they have fallen out and beef because you're attracting people who ain't shit because you're not in the right state of being. Like this is one channel I used to watch and they used to like just talk shit about Young Pharaoh and shit. And like just not even just Young Pharaoh, but just different content creators. And they used to like go on a panel. You know, they have a panel where there'll be two people on the panel. Shout out to Ralph Deeds. They'll have like two people on the panel. They'll be on the panel just critiquing videos of content creators like Young Pharaoh and shit, and just talking shit. And I notice every now and then they will argue amongst each other. And I'm like, this is what demons are. Because when you're in a low vibrational state, you can only attract negative people. So therefore, you're gonna argue with motherfuckers. You're gonna hate, but motherfuckers is going. Even though you're talking shit to other people, you're gonna find yourself arguing with the person that you're supposed to be cool with. Like that's a red flag that you're in a fucked up mind state. If you're ever arguing with somebody, first of all, you shouldn't even be arguing with anybody that you're trying to build with. Because if you're gonna argue with somebody, it should be about what you guys are building, and maybe you have a small disagreement. But if it's just arguing for like no reason, that's because your mind isn't in the right place. So you're attracting that energy. You need to get your mind right. Because when your mind is right, you don't think negative things. So you don't attract negative people in arguments and situations like that. I'm not saying you'll never argue and have issues, but it's very minimal. So it's like I don't understand like how people don't get it. Oh, hold on. Try to put the link if anybody wants to join. That's why you guys never see me be a part of no group. You never see me be a part of no group. I never done that because first of all, it's like I don't any first of all the type of person I am, I can't even be a part of no group because I'm too unique. I'm too what's that word? Self spoken or whatever. I'm too independent mentally. Not to say I can't be around anyone. It just I can't be in a group. I have to create the group because like that's why I like shout out to Jackie New. I remember she told me she put my name in a fucking in a what's it call it in a slot. I don't know. It was another page and she put my name saying for me to do Qigong and teach Qigong and I turned that shit down. I was like, I don't want to be a part of anyone's group because I don't like people like that. Like when I read one thing I realized is that like I have to bring myself down to a certain level. I have to like take myself down when I'm communicating with people in general. And that's another reason why I like doing these long fasts is because I don't feel the necessary need to do that. And I don't get the same reception. Like when I'm like in a clear state of mind, I can be myself. And then not only that, I don't get pushback like it's a problem because when you're truly authentically yourself, nobody can really fuck with you like that. So like you don't have the same issues as you did before. When you get pushback, that's because you doubt yourself. When you doubt yourself subconsciously, even if it's a little bit, that's when you get pushback and you start attracting negative things. So a lot of you guys say, well, I'm trying to do this, but it's not working. First of all, you're not supposed to try. You're not supposed to try in life. You're never supposed to try. You're supposed to just do, and it's supposed to naturally happen. And even if you make a mistake, it's not supposed to feel like a mistake. It's supposed to just feel like this is part of the problem. This is part of the lesson. The fuck? Somebody just sent me a message. Anytime you're trying in life, that means you're not doing something right. Like when I was doing the cryptocurrency shit, I found myself I would have to try to make money and try to do this. I was like, after a while, like I made some money from it, but I was like, I'm not doing this because I'm trying too damn much. I have to sit here and do this. I got to make sure I do this, and I did make some money from it, and I learned. But I felt like I was trying to. Anytime you feel like you're trying, then you're not doing the right thing because you're supposed to naturally be yourself, and everybody that's different. And then when you're naturally yourself, then the spirit is gonna put things in your path, and then it's like an effortless flow. And when there's problems and there's kind of pushback, it's a natural pushback. It's a natural problem. So you don't be stressing over it. When you're like you get some of you guys be like, oh, I tried to do this thing and I was about to get this job or whatever, and the last moment they said no, and then your hopes are down. That's because you weren't supposed to do it. But when you're doing something in alignment, things naturally come easy to you. That's why I say you gotta stop thinking too fucking much. You can't think too much. Because when you think too much, man, like that's what society wants you to think too much. So when you think too much, you think how this is gonna happen. Who gives a fuck how it happens? Always worry about the now. We're going into a time where you have to worry about what's going on right now. Fuck what happened yesterday, and fuck what's gonna happen tomorrow. A lot of you guys saying, I bet you. Let me give you an example. I bet you last year you guys probably let's just say we were back in August of 2024 last year. Some of you niggas would have been like, in a year from now, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna do this, the world's gonna be like this, my life's gonna be like this, I'm gonna accomplish this. But look, it's a year later, and I'm not saying you guys didn't accomplish it, but it's not what you thought it was. You see how fast it came, and you see each year can be like that if you don't actually do the work and go through the sacrifice and the hardship of growing and doing what you need to do. It's gonna sneak up on you, and like before you know it, 4 years are gonna go by. That's why I tell you guys, like, don't even right now. They're doing a lot of distractions right now because right now we're going through a spiritual shift. So the only thing you're gonna see on the internet right now is bullshit. They have to. The government. They don't. The government right now. They don't have. They're not. This government's very. They're not spiritual. They don't have a purpose. The government. So this is why you're seeing so many psyops about what the fuck Donald Trump is doing, what the fuck this person is doing, what's this celebrity doing. It's because the government they have no purpose. And in this ship that we're in, everything is coming to the light. So the government themselves are realizing they have no purpose. So they have to try to make you. They have to use fear, anger, and emotional distress to make you pay attention to them, to make you think their shit serious, because everything's pretty much coming. This shift is pretty much, it's like bringing everything to the light, mentally and spiritually, not just physically but mentally, spiritually. So if you're on some bullshit, it doesn't matter what you do, it's always going to show. So right now the government, the only way they can circumvent this to make you think they're serious, and it doesn't even work, but is to have a lot of distractions. That's why everything on YouTube is bullshit. You see somebody all like this. You see somebody on YouTube. All they talk about is how black pill and how the economy is this and is that. Look at what they're talking about. The economy, black pill. Look at if they're giving a solution. If they're not giving a solution, because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with talking about the world being fucked up, but if you're not giving a solution, then you're an agent. This is a person who's just miserable, who's just venting, and they're just miserable. Click off. Don't even waste your time watching them because they don't actually want a solution. Because if you present a solution to these people, they're gonna discredit it. They're gonna look at it like, oh, he's crazy, or that's not gonna work, or like there's this one channel. I don't want to put any names, but it was this dude. He was going through a health issue, and I told this dude, hey, he was going through like some type of heart or health issue. I'm like, hey, dude, you should go and fast. fasting helps. And then he responded, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. You're that's cool, fasting. I'm gonna look it up. Thank you for the comment. And then like a month later, 2 months later, this dude making a video talking about how he's gonna get surgery and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even respond back after I respond, because I already told him. And then like the shit that he's getting surgery about is shit that I know a lot of people who had, and they fasted and got rid of it. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just fast instead of getting surgery? And then when you look at the videos he's making, he's like in a victim mindset. Oh man, I can go any moment, and I don't like dealing with these doctors, and pray for me and all this shit. And I'm like, and my mom like, you can solve your problem by just fasting. But at the same time, nobody, they don't want to do the work. And this goes to everything, every problem, not just health and fasting. People don't want to do what they need to do because it's too hard. They think they could pick and choose how to get their life together. Well, you can pick and choose, but it's gonna take drastic measures and hard work, and like you getting out your comfort zone. And people don't think that. They think it's supposed to be something easy, or I could pray my way out of it, or maybe I'll get lucky because I'm a good person, and I'm a chosen fucking one, and it's just gonna go away. Like they don't understand. So, and this goes to all problems, not just health. Like people don't want to do what they gotta do. So when you see these people complain about, oh, I can't get this, I can't get women, I can't, it's like they're the problem. Don't get me wrong, the government and the system is a problem, but if you don't have a solution, then you're the problem. Especially if you're talking to people about the problem without the solution, because you're trying to program people that there's no solution to life. But when I seen that individual, and I was like, I told him, I'm like, why don't you go on a 5-day fast? It can help with your situation. He told me, oh yeah, I'm gonna look into it. A few months later, dude's talking about how he's getting surgery to get something removed. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? I didn't respond. And at that point, I stopped. That's when I stopped really giving people, like, I give advice because this is my fucking channel. But in real life, I don't give advice to people. I don't go, I'm not nobody who goes out in public and I tell, especially now. First of all, you're a grown ass man, woman in 2025. Like, and I always bring up now, 2025, and the time we're at, because if you, how is it 2025? Everybody has smartphones, everybody has internet, everybody knows fucking the government ain't shit. Everybody knows all these things that years ago, if you said, people would say you're conspiracy, but yet nobody's actually doing the work. It's not a being aware, being conscious is not about knowing how fucked up your situation in the world is. Being conscious and aware is doing what's necessary to actually get better. That's why like the world is so stagnant, because nobody can fix that. Yeah, I broke it yesterday. Shout out to Ralph Deeds. I broke it yesterday. I did 24 days. I'm gonna start again this 30th, and then I'm gonna make a post, and I'm gonna start 30th, and then any of you guys, what you can come along and fast with me. I'm not counting the days on this one. I'll probably do like the on my app. It counts it for me, so I'll probably do it on my Easy Fast app just to document it for you guys. But I'm not worried about the days. I don't look at it like, oh, I got 7 days, 8. I look at it like I take each day by day and just live my life normally. You'll notice the longer you do this, the more the more you're gonna feel. Like you're gonna feel and be thinking and perceiving differently, and then just that alone is gonna motivate you to want to keep going. Yeah, I kind of regret breaking it, though. I kind of wish I could have just went longer. But like I said, I'm glad I got to 24. I'm glad I got to 24 days, because that's good. But I am gonna start again in a couple days. So the 30th, August 30th is when I'm gonna start again, and I'm gonna go again, and I'm gonna keep up this routine. I'm gonna keep up this routine indefinitely. Like this is not just something I'm just doing till I get better or till I this, or there's none of that. I'm trying to incorporate this as a lifestyle, because like I said, we're in a different. See, a lot of people, a lot of you guys aren't gonna understand until about a year from now, once we're fully in this shift. you're gonna realize the only thing important is right now and what you're doing. All these senseless things that you want to do, and I don't know what you guys do. Maybe you guys are on some shit. I don't know, but like a lot of these things you guys think you need to do. Oh, I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to play this. I want to do this. None of that shit means anything. And we're coming into a time where nothing's gonna fulfill you but doing your work. The only way you'll probably be able to be fulfilled is if you just are a drug addict and just you're numb yourself with substances. And even then, your health will suffer for that, and you won't probably do that long, depending on the situation. But that's why, like right now, that's another reason I used to do a lot of substances, or just I used to take pills and drink alcohol. I used to do a lot of that back in the day because it made me like not give a fuck, and just because I there was work I needed to do and I didn't want to do it, so I did that. Because when I didn't do the substances, there was nothing for me to do. I couldn't distract myself, so I did that because it made me be able to live a boring life. So I remember when I stopped doing the substances, a lot of things I used to do I didn't even want to do no more. A lot of shows, movies, games, people, I couldn't be around them no more because like I would judge it. Like when I didn't have the substances, I'd be like, why the fuck am I gonna go hang out with you? What can you offer me? But when I was high, I used to want to hang out all the time with people and shit, and my cousins and certain cousins and friends, because I'm like, oh, we're gonna get high, we're gonna get fucked up. But if I'm not high and fucked up, what are we doing? We're not doing shit. Okay, I'm just save my time, save my money. There's no point hanging out. And that it's starting to feel like that with fasting. Like when I'm not, I feel like when I'm doing my fast, like when I was on this fast, everything like I just could there's like I was able to like not be on my phone as much. I noticed I was able to just be more at like in the moment and do things. I can go out and handle business and do things. I didn't feel like that's why I don't even feel like I didn't feel like making a YouTube video or anything because it's like this shit's like what's the point? But I know it's like when I ended my fast, I kind of feel a lot of those things start creeping up again, and I'm like, okay, I really got to get rid of this shit. Dang, I gotta go take a piss. And another thing is like what I'm realizing is like the days are just going by so quick. So like I started this fast the 3rd of August, and I accomplished a lot just in that amount of time. And this was August was the fastest month I've ever experienced in my life. And it's funny because that was the month I did the most fasting in years. Before I would only do like a few times a week. All this month I went hard, and I realized like how far I was able to get in this amount of time. And I'm like, damn, imagine if I was doing this every month for like the last 2 years. And I'm like, I'm waking up in the morning, like even right now, like today was the first day, the first full day I didn't do my fast. The first full day in like since August 3rd. I woke up and like the day went by so quick. And I'm like, what the fuck am I even like right now, like before I come on this live stream, I'm like, what the fuck am I even doing? Like I feel like I'm wasting my time not on this fast. Like I could be on this fast healing, and because when I was on this every day, like my awareness would become brighter and brighter. Things would be it would be more different. Like I remember when I was like on like 20 a day, I was like, damn, I haven't felt this way since I was like 11. You know, when you're young, you feel a certain way. There was certain way like I haven't smelt this smell since I was 11. I remember I went outside, I smelt the air, and like I haven't smelt that smell in like years. I haven't heard this sound, and everything sounded different and smelled different, and I could look different, and like I felt different, like I was young. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, damn, like I'm missing out on a lot of shit in life, and it's blocked because of my awareness was being blocked. Because your awareness gets blocked when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So the spirit will cut off certain like things within you. Like it's weird. And it just made me, I'm like, I'm not even living fucking my life. That's what it made me realize. Like, I'm not even living my damn life. I'm sitting here. It's crazy. So I'm like, I'm never going back. I'm never going back to that shit. Yeah, I'm never going back to that shit. Shit is crazy. But hold on. I can never go back. I kind of, in a way, like I kind of regret, like right now, I just feel like, damn, I could be doing my fast still right now. I kind of felt depressed a little bit, but like I said, I went like these 2 days will be good, take off, and then I'm gonna start again. Eventually, it's gonna get to a point where I just take one day off, and then eventually, I'm just gonna break the fast, and then I'm gonna start right back to back. But I'll probably do that within a couple months where I just break the fast and start back to back. But like it just hit me now because today was the first day that I did. The first full day where I wasn't fasting in about in 24 days, and it just hit me how fast the day went by. And I didn't. I feel like I didn't do shit, and I'm like, there's no way I could just sit here and waste a whole day not doing shit. That's why I'm so glad. Like I got rid of the substances because even like the substances will make it where I didn't give a fuck about wasting the day. But now it's like there's nothing. I can't even. It's weird. Oh, shit. And I'm just realizing like I don't like a lot of shit that I have like I don't know how like you know how people say like they're broke and they don't have money. It made me just think like how to if the only reason somebody should say they're broke and they don't have money is if they have a lot of bills. If you don't have a lot of expenses like bills and car payments and shit, and you say you don't have money, even if it's kids, if you don't have bills like that, then you have an issue. You have some type of addiction because the only reason that you should be in a situation where you don't have any money is you have a lot of bills or maybe something happened to you financially where you lost a lot of money or you have a lot of bills and you got kids and rent bills that's high but like anything else is an addiction. There's nothing really to waste money on other than investing in yourself to better yourself. And if you say anything else besides investing in yourself or bills, then you have an addiction, whether that be drugs, weed, video games, going on vacation, all of that shit. It's like that's an addiction. Cause like I look at it like there's like I'll watch these fucking I'll see these videos sometimes and then they'll be like I don't even like to go outside with my friends because every time we go outside, it costs so much money to go out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's free to go outside, dumbass. You can go walk at the park. You go do this. Like, where are you going? Like, where the fuck are you going? Like, you talk about, oh, we eat at a restaurant. Okay, I get it. You eat at a restaurant, but there's more than that you're doing for it to cost so much money than just eating at a restaurant. You're going to go do a bunch of shit that's retarded. So you just have an addiction. You don't need to do any of that shit. But like I said, some people, like I said, I'm speaking for myself. I can. Some people they have to do that because they have an addiction. They have something within them which I don't have that, and I'm glad. So I'm not saying they shouldn't. It just like somebody who's addicted to crack or heroin. You're not addicted to it, so you'll never understand a person who's addicted because you're not addicted. So those people are addicted to that shit. I'm speaking for myself. Like so I'm glad I'm not in that situation. Like other people, they be just, I don't get it, man. Like I don't get it. It's crazy. Cause I just feel like we going through a huge shift right now, man. Like we're already in it. I don't want to say we're going through it. We're in it. Like that's the thing. We're in the shift, especially because we're almost at the end of the year. So we're in the shift. So don't say we're going through. We're in it, but we're in the beginning of it. Once we get fully in it, you'll know we're fully in it because like shit's just gonna be happening rapidly, and you're gonna see the government doing a lot more fuck shit because the shift is affecting the government. It's fucking up their minds. So this is why you're gonna start seeing a lot of shit going on, because they're getting a lot of their karma. They're just fucking up their minds, and the more they go through shit, the more shit you're gonna see in the environment. So just keep that shit in mind. Like, none of this shit is really bringing them fulfillment like it was before. I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'll probably come back on a little later. If I do come back on again, I'm gonna come back on probably around the 10th day of my fast. So I'm gonna start the 30th, and I'll come probably around. I'll probably be around the full moon. I'm not gonna come on as much because unless there's something that's I need to tell you guys or something. I'm not gonna just come up on here for no reason, because there's no point. There's no point. I'm not getting paid from this. So that makes it even more of a not of a point for me to come on here, because I don't give a fuck about this. And even if I was getting paid from here, depending on how much I'm getting paid, I still wouldn't come on here. So, like, there's no point. And plus, I don't. Yeah, it's just because I'm trying to. There's a lot of things I'm trying to work on in my life personally, so I can be in a situation where I'm able to move around a lot more. And it's like I can move around a lot more now, but like I said, there's things I got to deal with so I can be able to do that. And I can see a lot. Like, I don't want to get too much into it, but all I can tell you guys is go on. If you guys can go on a fast for like 30 days, and you're gonna see how life is more effortlessly. Things start coming to you, happening. But you have to open up your mind. You can't think, oh, I only can get money by working. I only can get this type of happiness because I'm high, or I only can get this. Like, you gotta open your fucking, like, a once you go on these fast, man, and you cleanse, then the reality is like more anything can happen type. It's kind of like that, and a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying. Things happen quicker than you expect. Like, you gotta be thinking, oh, it's supposed to take me years. No, we're in a shift right now. This time is accelerating. This shift is accelerating the speed of events. So good and bad. So all you niggas that are making mistakes, those mistakes gonna catch up to you a lot quicker. And then if you're doing the right thing, you're gonna things are good things are gonna happen faster than you expect. Like, a lot of you, that's the thing. You niggas is going off this fucking this systematic program. Oh, you gotta go to school for 4 years. It takes time. You gotta work hard and catch the carrot on the snow. That's not how life. That's the old life. This new system, things are supposed to happen quick if you're doing the right thing. Because pretty soon, like, there's a lot of shit that I'm trying to really do, and I don't really want to. Another thing, don't be telling people what you're trying to do on here. That's another thing. You never want to tell people your business on here. And first of all, I don't look at it like, oh, I don't want to tell people my business. I look at it like, why? If I tell people my business, what is that going to bring me? Always ask why. Never just say I'm not gonna do something because I'm not gonna do it, and just be like, is that gonna bring me anything of value? If not, then don't do it. Plain and simple. It's not about, oh, I don't want to do it because it's not the right thing to do and I want to keep. No, what the fuck is it gonna bring me? First of all, like I said, it's like 95% of the people who watch my page are degenerates. They're idiots. They're just fucking trolls just looking. They're not real people. So there's no reason for me. If anything, it'll be actually worse because I don't know who's listening. So that's why you just gotta understand, like, and I don't even look at YouTube the same no more. YouTube is just like YouTube has just pretty much turned me the fuck off of that, off the platform, because all the shit that I experienced on here and that I've seen happen to me and others, and how I see the algorithm, like, yeah, I'm done with YouTube on that level of giving a fuck about. Well, I haven't gave a fuck about it for years, but anybody on anybody who's on social media, who's on YouTube talking about financial freedom and be a content creator and you can start your life, that's a fucking agent. That's a bot. That there's a a narrative going to make you think you can build your life online. That's government agent, because they need you thinking that the internet is life, which is that's not the truth. Life is life. The internet is the fucking internet. Internet comes second. Life comes first. So anybody talking about ooh financial freedom, build your content creator, internet and AI is the new future. That's a fucking agent. AI, the internet, all that shit ain't the fucking future. I'm not saying you can't use it, but just because I could use something, who the fuck says that's the future? And even if it is the future, it's because people like you was making it like that. It ain't because it's supposed to be. They said they were supposed to be flying cars in 2025. They don't got no fucking flying cars. Why wasn't there? It's because it didn't happen. Because who the fuck says it's gonna happen? Yeah, so you guys gotta understand, like, don't all of that shit. Don't take the internet too seriously. I'm telling you. Because let me give you an example. Let's just say you don't believe everything I said, and I'm just speaking on my ass. Look at reality. Every time you don't believe what I say or what you think resonates with the truth, whatever. Anytime you don't believe what I'm saying, look at reality. Disregard what I say and take what I said and look at the world and compare it. You have everyone saying internet is the future. You build your life online, be a content creator, do all this, but then actually look at real life. Most people aren't content creators. Most people aren't building their life online. And if you want to say they are online, everyone's online for negative purposes. Everybody's online complaining about the government. Everybody's online fucking doom scrolling and talking about bullshit. Nobody's making money online. The people who are making money online are no different than Will Smith back 10 years ago or 20 years ago when he was a celebrity in the movie. You got these are just puppets they're putting out there. It's not, and I'm not saying you can't make any money or whatever, but it's always it's don't look at it like it's they want you to think oh the internet is some type of opportunity, whereas no, the internet is controlled by the government. It's not, it ain't nothing that's what's good with it. What's good with it, Free Diddy. Yeah, the internet is all controlled. So like I said, don't be taking this shit too seriously at all. Use it as a tool to do what you gotta do, but don't think this shit is some type of, because look at the real world. You got people out here like you got people out here. I remember back like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, everybody was saying the internet is a new thing. Become a content creator. Make money online. Make money online. Become a content creator. Um, oh look at all these millionaires, all these remember the financial guru niche, the industry where everybody used to talk about finances and get your credit up. You see how nobody really talks about that shit no more? I'm not saying it's not out there. Obviously there's information, but you see how it died down a little bit because the truth is starting to be exposed because we're in this new shift. So all of that shit was just a hoax. I'm not saying you can't make money online or nothing, but bitch, you could have made money online since the internet existed. There's always been a time. Didn't they have stock market for the past 20, 30 plus years? That used the internet. So you could have made money like that. You could have sold on eBay back in 2001. They had eBay then. You could have opened up a domain website in 2004 and made money. So it's always been a way to make money. I'm not saying that isn't, but they tried to sell you this shit just to get people hooked online. So now you have a lot of people who are like everyone who's hooked on the internet is not, most people is not for positive purposes. It's for negative purposes. For doom scrolling, looking up shit, looking at other people live their lives and watching videos about how the economy's fucked up while not even having a solution. It's all for negative shit. But yet, where's all those? But you'll see those same people talk about the internet as it's a new opportunity to make money. But it's been like 3, 4 years. Let's just say 5 years since that whole pandemic shit. Because that's when they really started pushing it, was during the pandemic time. And ain't nobody really on the shit. And the people who are on the shit, it's not because of the internet. It's because they were doing things in their actual life that you always could have done. Has nothing to do. So even when you look at right now, even when you see a lot of these content creators that are making money, Majority of them are because they're talking about shit on the internet, like Donald Trump, TikTok, and they're allowing that because they're puppets. So, like I said, what I'm saying, look at reality. Reality is gonna tell you what I'm saying is true. Most people in life aren't on the shit, and it doesn't have to be like this. And I don't say this to just talk down upon people. Like, if you look at it, they're not on the shit because no one wants to do the work that is necessary. You got to get out your comfort zone to actually be able to do shit to get ahead. That's the thing. Even when you see some of these people, these financial gurus and shit, like, you don't know what they're doing in their real life. You just see them on the internet and you think, oh, this person, they made money online. But if you actually went into their real life, a lot of these people, like, they sacrifice, they'll even tell you, like, they sacrifice going out, hanging out. They ate fucking top ramen. They saved their money. They work three shitty jobs. And I'm not saying you have to do this, but they'll tell you they went through some type of discomfort for a long time to get to where they're at. So it isn't like they just got it easily unless you do something illegal. And even when you do something illegal, you're still risking going to jail for a long fucking period of time. And even then, it still takes work. Even if you do something illegal, it still takes a lot of work. Otherwise, there'll be a lot more rich people successful. People just everybody just out here scamming, doing credit card fraud, whatever. It still takes fucking work. You know how many people will do whatever it takes to make money, but yet you don't see that many people doing shit. Obviously, it takes work to do anything. It's because it's deeper than just yeah. He's like he went to college. Shit was work. Yeah, I wouldn't advise anybody to go to college, but if that's what helped you and you're able to get help from it, then that's good. Like me personally, I wouldn't go, especially now. Maybe like I could see like back in the '90s, early 2000s, '80s, especially like when my parents went. Then that I could see it being not. I could see it being a normal decision to make. But now you're it's not even just about going to college and getting in debt. It's about the time that you're wasting. You're wasting. You don't have no, like I said, we're in a shift right now. Every month, every day means something. Back in the day, you could have fucked off 4 months, fucked off a whole week, fuck off a year, and you could have been straight. In this new shift, you can't do that because shit is catching up to you quicker. If you put in the work positive, you're gonna get the benefits quicker. If you don't put in the work, you're gonna get the negative quicker. You're gonna start. This is why I'm saying this. Pretty soon, you're gonna start seeing a lot of people start going through a lot of shit because we're in a new shit. Within a year from now, life is not gonna be how it is right now. Things are gonna be happening quicker. You got, like I said, you'll see, you'll see. Give it to the end of this year, and then you're gonna see how the shift in reality is. The shit's not gonna be the same as it is right now. It's gonna be, and you'll know. I'm just telling you, you'll know. Okay, he's like, you're in college now. Okay, if that's what helps you, it depends on what you're going to school for. If you're going to school, only thing I would say go to school to be like a brain surgeon, to be honest. Biologist, brain surgeon. I don't even know about biology, but brain surgeon, something to do with health and some surgical practice in health. That's the only reason I could say going to college for. Maybe lawyer, but that's it. If you're going to college for anything else, like it's kind of you don't know because one thing about like because the harder the curriculum is, the more better chance you have of getting work because you know not that many people are built to last in that curriculum, so they're not gonna have that many people, and they need those like a heart surgeon or something. Okay, you got a grant. Okay, that's good. But like I said, like that's good. Like, do you have to keep going, or can you just take the money and do something else? Because if you want to go and get the degree, then go ahead and get it. But the thing is, you don't want to be wasting time getting a degree because even though you say you got a grant, you got money, you're still going to have to study for exams, drive to the school, do all that. And if it's something you're just doing for a grant, I would say just take the money and dip. But if you really want to go and you have a passion for what you're doing, then keep doing it. Like if you really want to do it and you have a passion, keep doing it. But if you're doing it just so you can get a better job and you think the industry is gonna, then you should question that and kind of rethink. Yeah, because I would not like to see somebody waste your time on something that, because you don't know. There's so many people that I've seen out here. They got their degree and they just they stay working at a regular job doing the same shit as anyone else could have done. That's why I don't really fuck with college. Shout out to Jackie New, was good with it. That's why I just never really fuck with college and shit because it's a waste of time, especially in this new time, this new shift we're in. And I don't want to say, oh, AI and all this shit, because at the end of the day, you don't know how AI is gonna go. Yeah, there's gonna be AI, but I don't think they're gonna ever get rid of work. They're gonna still. I feel like they're still gonna have school and they're still gonna have work. It's just the school is gonna be about learning about AI, and the work is gonna be on working on AI. So all these dumbass people, oh, the AI's gonna get rid of the job. I don't think so. Well, what the fuck they're gonna have hundreds of millions of people do? Just sit on their ass and collect money, and that's not how it works. They're gonna still put people to work. What's gonna happen? And I think I could be wrong, but I think they're gonna change the curriculum in school to be learning about AI, and then the jobs are gonna be catered on programming and maintaining and operating AI because somebody has to operate that shit. AI can't just do it. Somebody has to be behind. So they're gonna use it and they're gonna probably create the jobs where you stay in the house. So you're operating AI from your house. And then they're gonna lock everyone down and you're gonna be working from home and doing everything in the house and barely going out. That's what I think they're gonna do with society. I don't think so. All these people say, "Oh, AI is gonna take over this." In a degree, yeah, but don't think you're just gonna sit on your ass. Never think you're just gonna sit. Even if there wasn't no government, you can't just sit on your ass in this society. You have to always be working and doing something. Like otherwise, the society won't get built. So an AI machine can only do so much. You still need humans that need to. I think they might exterminate us after the robots come in. That's what I'm going to school for. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna do all that shit. To be honest, I don't think they're gonna do all this. Little piss, but I think they might exterminate us. That's what I'm asking. No, I ended my fast a couple days ago or yesterday. I'm gonna start in a couple more days. I'm gonna start on 30th. And it's that watermelon I ate. I ate that watermelon that made me piss. Damn. Hold on. See, listen. Yeah, no, I ended my fast a couple days ago, and I'm gonna start again on the 30th, and I'm gonna just keep going for as long as I can. I'm gonna try to get past 24 days again. That's the main thing I'm gonna do, and then I'm staying. I'm gonna stay in this flow because I've been watching a lot of videos about. Well, they call it like it depends. Some people call it breatharian, and then some people call it autonomy. When your body is, I guess they call it autonomy because the body is functioning on its own, where you don't need food. But there's different things. Like this is one like there's just a lot like this thing is bigger than like it's a lot. It's like a community of people who like do this who don't need food and water. And I noticed most of these people are not in America. Every time I see like 93% of the time I see somebody talking about breatharian or not eating, not drinking, they're always in another country. Like it could just be a European country or they're like in South America, Africa. It's rarely in America you'll see people who are into this breatharian. Like there's literally damn near no communities in America talking about breatharianism. You got Ella Tom, you have a few, but ain't nobody really. And Ella Tom, I don't like Ella Tom. Like in terms of him being a breatharian, I respect that. But as far as his knowledge, no offense, but he's an idiot when it comes to other shit. But the reason why people don't look at it like that is because of his what he's done. He's a breatharian, so he doesn't eat, he doesn't drink. So people just look at, wow, you did that. So anything that comes out his mouth, people take it as gold because, well, it must work because he's a breatharian and he doesn't eat. Like that's not how it works. Don't be wrong. I respect what he did, but when it comes to knowledge, he's an idiot. He quotes science too much. He talks about electromagnetics and he talks about science too fucking much. And that has nothing to do with any of this shit. Like a lot of this shit is just to do with training the body, getting the body to the state, and doing the meditation practices. Some of the people who are breatharian will even. I'm not sure about this, and I don't want to say I agree or disagree. I more so kind of disagree, at least right now. But a lot of them say that you don't even have to develop prana and do meditations to become a breatharian. Which, in a way, I don't know about that. But some there are actually people who are breatharian who say like, they don't need to eat, they don't need to do meditations and shit, and they probably are right. Because all I know is what I can tell you guys is what helped me get to where I'm at now is the yoga. That's what spiritually what I intuitively feel is the yoga got me there, and me doing the stretches on my neck. And that's just, and I'm not saying that's yoga gets it there because it could be, depending on who you are, it could be a different variety of factors that get you to be able to sustain yourself. But for me personally, I knew once I started doing my neck yoga, because I started in February 2021, and I told you guys about a month or 2 or 3 months after I started doing my yoga, I noticed my appetite changed very little. Like I couldn't eat certain things. And ever since then, my appetite has been changing. It's been changing little by little. But it started like a couple months after I started doing yoga in my neck. After that, it's just been a whole thing. Like I just like right now I can't eat a lot of shit. But I remember it was the first time I used to go to the taco truck and get burritos. I remember I went. It was like 2 months after I started my yoga, and I remember I ate the burrito and it didn't taste the same, and I couldn't really finish it. Like I finished it, but I didn't. It didn't. It didn't fulfill. Like it just didn't. Like when I eat it, I'll eat it and I'll be full and stuff. I was full, but it didn't taste the same. Like it wasn't as good. But it wasn't because it was nasty. It was because it was too heavy for my body. Like I felt like it was just too heavy, and I never had that issue. And then that was the first time, and then I kept going. Months later, days later, years later, and I'm like let's just say 2 years later, I remember I had to make myself throw up after eating M&Ms. Like it was like I ate a pack of M&Ms. It was the last pack of M&Ms I ate. I ate some, and I had to make myself throw that shit up. Ever since then, I've never ate M&Ms. And then eventually, I had to get rid of candy. I don't even eat candy. I don't even drink soda at all. So right now, anything I eat is it has to be very because my body can't take it. And this all started after I started doing yoga in my neck. Like I had a blockage in my neck. But when I had that blockage, I had a huge headache. I couldn't fucking sleep. Well, I could sleep, but I always had a headache. That's why that kind of contributed why I was drinking and taking pills because that's the only time the headache would kind of subside when I would drink. So I would drink and take pills and shit and to get the headache, just to make the headache not as bad. And then I used to smoke a lot. It just do a lot of shit. And then after that, I remember like once I started doing the yoga, the headache was still there. The headache didn't even really go away completely till like 2023. So I, like 2 years ago is when I just realized I don't even have headaches like that no more. And even then, I kind of did, but it wasn't as noticeable. Right now, I don't even feel like I have headaches at all. So it was a long process. And this funny is, as I kept going, that's when the less the headaches became, the more I didn't need to eat as much. So I know the yoga contributed to it. Yeah, ain't I'm breatharian level yet. I work on fasting and eating quality food. Yeah, that's good. But like I feel like I'm near that level. I can, because when I went 10 days without food or water, that was crazy. I didn't think I can do that. And like, because usually I'd be thirsty as fuck, but I was like, I wasn't thirsty this time around. It was like I wasn't thirsty at all. And then the 10th day, that's when I started getting thirsty. So, and then even when I drank it, I drank some of it, and I didn't need that much to drink. So like, but I didn't know I can go that long. And I'm like thinking like, what was it? What I was doing? The only thing I could say is I've been doing yoga. Qigong, I do that, but I don't think the Qigong affected me as much as the yoga. The yoga is what really. I actually, to be honest, I actually feel like naturally I'm a breatharian, but the knot in my neck is like choking the energy, so is allowing me to not be that. But once I fully remove the blockage in my neck, I feel like I'm not gonna need food no more. Cause it's like the less the blockage gets, cause I have a knot in my neck. It's very deep knot. You can still kind of feel it, and a knot is not supposed to be in your neck unless you have a blockage. I've been doing yoga for 4 years. The knot was so big, my neck was inflamed. Even when I did this, I used to have a double chin, kind of like in my old. If you go back to my old videos, you'll see my neck looks a lot different. I didn't even know my neck had a blockage. I didn't know that. I thought this is just the way my neck was. Once I started doing yoga, then it started shifting, and then like now my like even like the way I think, the way I feel, perceive is a lot different. So I'm thinking like naturally I'm just supposed to be a breatharian. Because there's one person I met. She used to. Well, I don't know if she's still watching. She's probably still watching the channel. It's funny because she was back in 2020 when she had hit me up and said she doesn't eat or drink. She's just a breatharian. Like she said that, and when it's funny when she said that because I could tell the universe like it was weird. Like somebody who doesn't eat or drink, and then they came in, they hit me up. So I knew I kind of feel like that was a spirit putting somebody in my life to let me know like this is your path where you're supposed to be on. It just I don't know, there's a lot of shit that goes down. I don't really want to get into a lot of shit, but don't look at it like you're trying to be a breatharian though. This has nothing really to do with you not eating it. This is to do with your awareness. Once your awareness gets up, then you not eating and drinking, that's a side effect. It's not, oh, my goal is to not eat and drink. Once you start looking at it like I can't eat, I can't drink, I'm a breatharian, and you start looking at it from an ego way, oh, I'm not eating food, then that's not gonna work for you. You have to look at it like you trying to develop your awareness. And then as you develop it, then food and water and all that, it just goes away. You don't need it. Don't look at it like that. Don't even. That's why I hate the word breatharian because it sounds so egotistical. Like I'm a breatharian or I'm fast. Or right. Like I hate those words because it has nothing to do with that shit. It's to do with you just raising your awareness and then you gradually coming into this process. It took me years to be where I'm at with the yoga, and then there was like times when I was even within it. I went through certain experiences with the yoga because when you're doing yoga, and this is what think about. Why do you think the Bible and the church it tells you not to do yoga? The church and the Bible tells you do not do yoga. There's this church retreat. I had a relative that went to a church retreat, and they told me that they said that they can't do yoga or they're gonna get sent home. I'm not even lying. This individual told me that at the church retreat The overseer of the retreat said there is no yoga allowed to be done or you will be sent home. Why do you think they fucking say that? Because yoga, it affects your mind. When you do it consistently every day, it affects your brain. Not your brain, but it affects your awareness. It affects the way you're consciously aware. And if you're doing real yoga, I'm not saying oh this regular ass bullshit ass mainstream yoga, but the real shit, removing blockages and like figuring out where your blockages are at and doing that, because everybody has blockages in different areas. When you're doing real healing yoga, it it changes your perception. Certain you'll have dreams, certain things in your real life happen to you because your mind kind of creates the reality. So you may have a certain awareness and then you may attract situations. Like it gets deep. It gets deep. Like this shit ain't no joke. This I'm telling you niggas. Years ago, I got sick and I couldn't eat for 6 months. Damn, you went 6 months without eating, or you ate like a little bit? That's crazy. 6 months. Yeah, you can go. You can go 6 months without eating. There's people who go years without eating. But for somebody just to get sick and go 6 months, that's kind of rare because I'm pretty sure you. I'm not saying you didn't, but I'm sure you probably ate in between or you had little bites of food because the average person will be dead. Because even the breatharians who go for like years, it takes them it takes years of training their body. They didn't just do it all of a sudden. At least most people. I'm pretty sure there's some people who just they were born and they naturally didn't like food. See, you still ate though, so one bite full. See, that's your body telling you to stop eating. Anytime when you get sick and you're not hungry, ever notice when you guys get sick and you're not hungry? That's because your body's telling you to fast and not eat. Because when you don't eat, you're going to be healing. So people don't take that. They'll tell you. I remember when I was sick when I was younger. They'll say, "Oh, drink orange juice," and I used to not even want to eat or drink. Like, oh, you got to eat something even though you're not hungry. Or remember, fucking, they'll tell you, "Oh, eat breakfast," and then nobody used to eat breakfast. I remember growing up, going to school. The teacher made an announcement, and they're like, "A lot of you guys aren't eating breakfast, and we encourage you to eat." Like they were like trying to force people to eat breakfast back in the day when I was younger. Like they had a fucking whole commercial singing about eat breakfast and all this other shit, and they wanted kids to eat breakfast because you don't. If you wake up in the morning and you're not hungry, that's good. You're not supposed to be hungry. You don't want to be hungry in most cases. I can see certain cases if you have certain illnesses and you're not eating, maybe, but even then, that's your body telling you you don't need to eat. Activate your light body. Yeah, I don't like to talk all that light body shit. I like to just keep it simple. Just raise your awareness and whatever you have to do. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree with you. Raise your energy. Conduct more prana in the body. Just do different practices and yoga, qigong, all of that. Plus, you have to do fasting as well. You have to fast to train the body. That's also another thing. You got to at least put in the work fasting, and because your body needs to learn how to build. It's like fasting is like a muscle as well. The longer you fast, the more easier it gets. So I'm not saying the light body stuff is not right. I'm just saying like, why do you got to call it light body? Why don't we just? Why can't you just like? Why can't you just say what are you doing? Like for instance, like oh we need to bring more prana in the light body. Why don't I just say we need to do yoga, we need to do qigong, we need to meditate? Do we? If you try to bring it in reality, I like to just bring it in reality to make it simple. He was like, oh, I got to work on the root chakra. So pretty much you got to work on your desires, your passion, your stability, your drive. Like that's how you work out root chakra. When you just say, "We'll work out root chakra," it makes it seem like it's all this magic spiritual shit, and I'm gonna just put a candle next to my fucking dick, and I'm gonna have $1 million. Where it's not like that. It's your passion, drive, your stability, your focus, and all that shit. That's what root chakra is, and you got to work on that. Like, I like to bring it in reality, because everything that we're saying that's spiritual, you should be able to bring into reality and be able to make an example of it of this real world. So it makes it more easier for people to understand. That's why I say, like, all that light body stuff. Because when you talk about light body, what's the point of talking about it? You're talking about it so you can do something in the physical with the definition of a light body. So I'm working on my light body. That means you're going to do something physical. What is that physical thing you're doing that's going to make you work on the light body? That's what I want to know. Not just light, but like, that's why I said that. I'm not saying that it's not. But shout out to Mario. I get what you're saying though. If anybody wants to join, but yeah, this was a good live stream though. It was a good live stream. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna come on. Well, I'm gonna start my fast on the 30th, and in 10 days into my fast, I'm gonna come back on. Probably sooner, probably later. But while I'm like probably halfway through my fast, or well, I'm not counting the days, but once I'm more into my fast, and I'm gonna make another live stream, and then I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna show you guys. I want to show you guys while I'm in the middle of my fast, and then from there, because I'm gonna be doing this shit indefinitely now. Like before, I was just playing with it and not doing it right, but I'm really trying to get into this shit. Well, not trying to. I'm into this shit. I've been doing this since the beginning of this month. So, because I just feel like even right now, as I'm not doing my fast, I just kind of feel like, damn, I wish I would have. I wish I would didn't have ended it, but I was like, let me just take these 2 days off, and then I'm gonna start again. The next time, I'm not gonna take 2 days off. I'm probably just gonna take one day off, and then within the next few months, it's only gonna be I'm gonna break the fast, and then I'm gonna start again. Ain't no more days off or none of that. But I'm gonna work my way up to that level. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna end this live stream, guys, right now. If anybody doesn't want to join, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. Yeah, I hit you guys up later, and I'm gonna be starting on the August 30th. And if anybody wants to tap in and join, then you can. I'll leave a post up on the 30th. If I don't, then you guys already know. But I'm gonna try to remember, because last time I said it and I didn't and I forgot. But I'm gonna hit you guys up later. Peace.